very good afternoon, everyone, and may I take this opportunity to extend a very warm welcome on this beautiful day at St Audries Orangery on the 25th of August 2021, because this is a very special day for Kieran and Jasmine. We're here today to witness their joining in matrimony, and on their behalf I'd like to thank you all for coming here today to celebrate the beginning of their new married life together. I'm sure it means a great deal to them that you can be here to share in their happiness and to witness their vows. Today we set aside the ordinary routine, and it's a day of romance, dreams, flowers, music, laughter, but of course most of all, love. I'm now going to ask the bridegroom and Leslie to remain standing. Everybody else, please take your seats. I have to tell you that the room in which we are now met has been duly sanctioned according to the law of this country for the celebration of marriages. My name is Jackie, and it's my great pleasure and privilege to be here today to conduct this marriage ceremony. My colleague alongside me here is Paul, and he is here to ensure the legality of the marriage and to enter the details onto the register for all time. Before we proceed, I'm going to have a very important question for you, Leslie. Do you, and wishing them every happiness, give Jasmine's hand in marriage to Kieran?
Yes, I do.
That's a good answer. Thank you, sir. You may take your seat.
Thank you.
You can sit down. I shall need you again later. First of all, I do need to ensure I have the right people in front of me. So, Kieran, could you give me your full name, please?
Kieran Matthews.
Thank you. And Jasmine, could you give me your full name?
Jasmine.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, Jasmine and Kieran have found in each other happiness, fulfilment and love. And as a consequence, they now wish to affirm their relationship by offering to each other the security that comes from legally binding vows, faithfully made and sincerely kept. To proceed, I must ask if any person here present knows of any lawful impediment why they should not be joined in matrimony, that you should declare it now. We don't counsel. So Jasmine and Kieran, today you are going to exchange the vows that unite you in marriage, and the words are a formal and a public pledge of your commitment to each other and a promise of lifelong dedication. Before you are joined in matrimony, it is my duty to remind you of the solemn and binding character of the vows that you are about to make. As marriage in this country means the union of two people voluntarily entered into for life to the exclusion of all others. Jasmine and Kieran, I'm now going to ask each of you to declare that you know of no lawful reason why you should not be joined in matrimony to each other. We'll start with you, Kieran. I'm going to ask you a question, and I want you to respond by saying I am, if it is true. Are you, Kieran Michael Matthews, free lawfully to marry Jasmine Mary Margaret Rees?
I am.
That's Jasmine, I'm going to ask you a similar question. I'd like you to respond, I am, if it is true. Are you, Jasmine Mary Margaret Rees, free lawfully to marry Kieran Michael Matthews?
I am.
I will now be asking you to make your marriage vows to one another. So for this I do need two witnesses. I'd like Elaine and Matthew. If you'd like to just come and stand up. Sorry, I didn't know where I was looking. Okay, Matthew, would you like to come and stand? And Elaine. No, sorry. I couldn't see you behind the phone. If you'd like to come and stand alongside, okay? But I'd like you two to turn and face one another because this is an important moment. Right, because I want you to say these words to each other rather than to me. Because the symbolic vows that you are about to make are a way of saying to one another, you know all the things we've promised, hoped and dreamed? Well, I meant it all, every word. Look at one another now and remember this moment in time. Now you shall say the few words that take you across the threshold of life, and things between you will never be quite the same. So, Kieran, I'd like you to repeat after me. speaking directly to Jasmine. I, Kieran Michael Matthews,
I, Kieran Michael Matthews,
take thee, Jasmine Mary Margaret Rees.
take thee, Jasmine Margaret Rees,
Are we happy with that? To be my wedded wife.
to be my wedded wife.
And so Jasmine, if you'd like to repeat after me, but speaking directly to Kieran. I, Jasmine Mary Margaret Rees,
I, Jasmine Mary Margaret Rees,
take thee, Kieran Michael Matthews,
take thee, Kieran Michael Matthews,
to be my wedded husband.
to be my wedded husband.
Well done. So witnesses, do we hear them say those words nice and clearly? Are we happy with that? If you'd like to take your seats again, we'll call you later to sign the schedule. So therefore, in the presence of the people gathered here, I now ask you, Kieran, as you take Jasmine to be your wife, do you promise to honour her, trust her, and remain true to her for the rest of your lives together?
I will.
And Jasmine, as you take Kieran to be your husband, do you promise to honour him, trust him, and remain true to him for the rest of your lives together?
I will.
Because marriage is the very best in giving. It's sharing good times, it's understanding, it's forgiving, it's contentment, joy and laughter. Believing in one another, supporting hopes and dreams. Marriage deepens and enriches every facet of life. And when two people love and care for each other in marriage, they create a bond unique to themselves, which binds them closer than any written or spoken words. Marriage is a promise made in the hearts of two people, and it takes a lifetime to fulfill. So we now will come to the exchange of rings, and this is a traditional way of sealing the marriage contract that Kieran and Jasmine have just made to each other. The wedding ring is an unbroken circle, has no beginning and no end, and symbolises unending and everlasting love. It's an outward sign of the lifelong promises that Jasmine and Kieran have just made. So Luke, I believe you have rings. Oh, he does. We're lucky. Thank goodness for that. So if you'd like to come forward and then hold out that box there, and Kieran, would you please take Jasmine's ring? And then placing that on that. That's the right finger, well done. Just holding it there. Just don't push it on just yet. I'm going to ask you to repeat after me. I give you this ring.
I give you this ring
as a sign of our love.
as a sign of honour.
I promise to be faithful,
I promise to be faithful,
loving and loyal for always,
loving and loyal for always,
to cherish you through good times
to cherish you through good times
and bad,
and bad,
and to respect and honour you.
and to respect and honour you.
Okay, we can push that on nice and firmly. Tricky things, ring. Beautifully done, well done. So do you have another ring?
Awesome.
That's excellent. Thank you very much. Right, you may take your seat. Thank you, Luke. So could you repeat after me, please, Jasmine? I give you this ring
I give you this ring
as a sign of our love.
as a sign of our love.
I promise to be faithful,
I promise to be faithful,
loving and loyal for always,
loving and loyal for always,
to cherish you
to cherish you
through good times and bad,
with good times and bad,
and to respect and honour you.
and to respect and honour you.
Well done. Sliding that on. Well done. Well, may you always be able to talk things over and laugh together and enjoy life. And when the day is done, share moments of peace and quiet. May you build a home filled with joy, warmth and understanding. And this will be a shelter from some of the hardships that life can bring. May you have much happiness together and find your love deepens and grows stronger as you journey on your shared pathway through life. So ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to ask you to stand if you are able. Kieran and Jasmine, you have now made the declarations required by law and have made promises to one another in the presence of your witnesses, your family and your friends. This day will form a milestone in your lives as you look back on it with happiness as the start of your new married life together. May you treasure this trust and responsibility and live very full, very happy, healthy lives together. So it now gives me great pleasure to announce that you are indeed husband and wife. Congratulations. So, ladies and gentlemen, please take your seats again.
Thank you all for coming. It's a beautiful day today, and it's great to see Kieran and Jasmine looking at their best. I hope they have a very good future, and I know he's a good man because they've been together for such a long time. And like Jasmine, she's a good woman as well, a nice lady. I hope you all enjoy yourself today. Just really enjoy yourselves, and hope we all have a good time. Can you please raise your glasses to Jasmine and Kieran, Mr. and Mrs. Matthews. Thank you. Thank you all, anyway. Thanks for coming in.
Hello, thank you very much. It's a pleasure to actually have my voice back today. I've been able to talk for the past few days, so it's a pleasure to actually be able to verbally appreciate you all being here today. I'm delighted to have you all here today to witness the marriage of this beautiful and kind, generous man and this woman. When we're around the room, we really know how lucky we are to be surrounded by such good friends and family. During each of our lives, these people have made us who we are today. I'd like to thank each and every one of you for making the long journey to be with us today. Some of us have travelled from long distances to be here, and it's very much appreciated. This is usually one of the only times that a man can talk while in the room with his wife and his mother-in-law. So I'm going to take full advantage of that one, but it won't be very long for the rest of you. Thank you very much to all the little bridesmaids and flower girls today. You've done a beautiful job supporting Jasmine on a special day. We have some gifts to say thank you for you all. So if you want to come up, I'll call your names out and you come and grab your gifts. We have Ava. Josiana. Lauren. Scarlett. Jean. And then finally, last but not least, Mary. Mary, you look stunning today. Thank you for always being here for Jasmine. When we first met Jasmine and I thought you'd gone missing, and you also thought I was going to mug you. You dropped the purse on the floor, and I was trying to help you pick it up, and you thought I was some stranger trying to run off your money. Many years later, and the time we spent together, I hope that if there was anything I would be robbing, it'd probably be a biscuit from my nan's biscuit tin. I'd like to thank Margaret and Leslie for welcoming me to their family, not just today, but the first time we met. Margaret, you've been amazing, and your meals could feed an army, and you could march them out of the kitchen with a mop for standing on their floor. You've been like a mother to me, and I'm glad you've raised such a wonderful daughter. Mum and Dad, you're the reason why I'm here today. Growing up, I've had the best parents a guy could ask for. Besides being such wonderful parents, Mum and Dad have been such a lovely couple to know. I was even luckier to call them my mum and dad. So thank you both for showing me right from wrong and raising me up to be the best person I could be. Luke, when we first met, you had no idea why I was dropping your sister off in the car. Curious as you were, you started questioning me. Little did I know, you like my answers that much, you wanted to know more. And sometimes, I'm sure the family would think we'd have a romantic affair. Thank you so much for being there for me when I need you the most. And here's to a long, healthy future. Jasmine, my wife, you look amazing today. I can finally call you my wife and know that I'm lucky to have you. I thought the planning of a wedding would be so hard, however, watching you do it all was even easier. Some people find love, and love that never lasts. However, I believe I found true love, and we'll only get stronger. When we met 6 years ago in a nightclub, I never thought that I'd be married you. Never thought that we'd be married each other. Thank you for being my rock. I look forward to spending the rest of my life with you. Thank you very much. Now, as I hand over to my best man, I'd like just to remind you he has a tendency to exaggerate, even completely make up some of the events over the last few years. So make what you want of him when he tells you these stories.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Kieran's best man, but also Jasmine's brother. Thank you all for coming here today. Now, as you know, the best man speech is often one to look forward to. So I thought I would live up to the expectation and turn to Amazon Prime for the support and order one next day delivery speech, but unfortunately it's missing in transit, so I've had to go on to additional. So I would like to say thank you all for coming today to share this very special day with the new Mr. and Mrs. Matthews. It's been an emotional day. Even the cake is in tears. Kieran, who would have thought that after our first encounter, you'd pass my interrogation process and background check, and that our own romance would develop? And I'd end up standing here today, not only as the bride's brother, but as the groom's best man. Jasmine, you look stunning, by the way. Kieran, you're punching way above your weight, your height. As a couple, I think we can all agree that they are the ideal match in height, and have overcome so much together already, even taught me a few things. But over a year ago, we got the emotional news that they were heading to Ireland to relocate for work. and spread their wings. Though after a teary farewell, I soon realised that having a few hundred miles between me and my sister, it had its benefits of peace and quiet. That's it, Keith. Thanks to technology, it is often felt like there is no distance between us at all. As myself and Kieran would often phone each other on FaceTime to one another almost daily. Usually during the evening, when Kieran would pretend to be Gordon Ramsay, or I call him the Naked Chef. As he's dancing around in the kitchen in his underwear, or in some cases, Jasmine's. But having Kieran around has its benefits, as we often cheer each other up and laugh at stupid things, or me laughing at Kieran, as he sounds like a bloody donkey when he laughs. As his neighbours found out, the new neighbours in Ireland, they kindly told him to shut up at 1 AM in the morning. And finally, I would like you all to raise your glasses and offer a toast to these two lovebirds, a very special day, and many more happy memories to come, to Mr. and Mrs. Matthews. That is all.
Just a quick note to you all. There's a wedding guest book over in the corner. If you go out straight through this front door, yeah, and in the far right hand corner there's a guest book. If you would all like to leave a message to say thank you to myself, Jasmine, we'd appreciate to read your messages, obviously, over the next day or so. And thank you all again for being here. Thanks so much.
I met you in the dark, you lit me up. You made me feel as though I wasn't off. We danced the night away, we drank too much. I held your hair back when you were throwing up. Then you smiled over your shoulder. For a minute I was stone cold sober. I pulled you closer to my chest, and you asked me to stay over. I said I already told you, I think that you should get some rest. I knew I loved you then, but you'd never know. 'Cause I played it cool and I was scared of letting go. I knew I needed you, but I never showed. But I wanna stay with you until we're growing old. Say you won't let go. Just say you won't let go. I'll wake you up with some breakfast in bed. I'll bring you coffee with a kiss on your head. And I'll take the kids to school, wave them goodbye. And I'll thank my lucky stars for that night. When you looked over your shoulder, for a minute I forget that I'm older. I wanna dance with you right now. Oh, and you look as beautiful as ever, and I swear that every day you'll get better. You make me feel this way somehow. I'm so in love with you, and I hope you know, darling, your love is more than worth its weight in gold. We've come so far, my dear, look how we've grown. And I wanna stay with you until we're great old. Just say you won't let go. Just say you won't let go. I wanna live with you, even when we're ghosts. 'Cause you were always there for me when I needed you most. I'm gonna love you till my lungs give out. I promise till death we part, like in our vows. So you.